My name's Simon Skinner. I'm a Systems Centre Operations Manager or MVP. My day really varies from time to time. I come to events like this, it's obviously a completely different role. Or I'm working with a client, for example, or maybe I'm just evangelising a certain product. Generally, I try to keep on the edge of technology and try to spread that word across to other people. It starts off with the concept that they want to utilise a systems centre management tool. Then we go into a period where we're pretty much absorbing what their business is, learning about their business, trying to understand the ethos of how they work. And then we take the product and we kind of mould it into that environment, so it's not too much of a culture shock for them, but it's something that they can easily manoeuvre themselves into. We have 2 ears and only 1 mouth, so we listen a lot, and then we try to relay back what we're hearing into something that's structured. That if it's a large company, that process may take a long time. If it's a smaller company, it may be a shorter period of time. But it's about absorbing what the client wants, and also applying a certain amount of interpretation, because, well, it's fair to say that sometimes they don't actually know what they want. They call in experts like us, and we make that translation and then we make it a reality. I was talking about application monitoring. I mean, we hear all these words now about the cloud and how we should virtualize our systems. I wanted to bring it back so we've got our feet back on the ground to help developers, help infrastructure, help managers to build their applications, and then eventually they will go into the cloud. But it's about control, it's about building something for when it goes wrong. So then when it does go wrong, we can appropriate the correct solution to fix it. Well, actually, I think the general public, if we're allowed to say that, is probably more cloud ready than the companies. I mean, for example, you're probably on the internet buying your theatre tickets, buying shoes, buying music. You're already in the cloud. You're already buying your stuff on the internet. It's really that the technology is behind us, and that's trying to build its momentum into making those applications a lot easier to manage. But I think that the general public who don't understand what the cloud is, they're already in it. They're already breathing it and eating it every single day, and they don't actually know. I like problems. I like to get a problem, understand it, and resolve that problem. I really like working with people. I really like computers. They're kind of cool, and it changes all the time, which means I never get bored, because as things evolve, I evolve with it. It always keeps my interest. I've been doing it for 15 years now, and I still feel like a bit of a kid. I was very scientific at school, and I took a scientific job after school. And I didn't really agree with exactly what I was doing. It was based around guided missiles, so I decided not to do that. I became a motorcycle courier and drove parcels around London. That kind of evolved to a job as a lorry driver, where I did my computer degree, and then I transitioned working for the same company, and eventually I evolved into working for much bigger organisations. So that was a small period of time. It was like over a 7-year transition, but it did make me realise that you can do anything and transition to anything you want, as long as you know you're prepared to put in the hard work. You can do what you want.